everybody. Rhett Bateman with Beat Down Bets, and I want to thank you for stopping by.
Rhett, it was a very busy weekend. How'd y'all do?
It was a sensational weekend. We went 15-0 total with our predictions. We had 12 straight picks, and they all won. And we also had 3 different 5-fight parlays, which all won. So we've won 4 consecutive cards now where we've gone undefeated for a total of 20 consecutive picks in a row. So the parlays were just sensational. One of them paid off 9-1. So anybody that wagered on that particular parlay, if they bet $100, they won $900. And the great thing about it is now we have a current win streak of 20 consecutive wins, and that's over a course of 4 different cards. We've gone undefeated in 4 consecutive cards now. 2 of them in Japan. The Pride, former Pride organization is now Dream and World Victory Road, and we went undefeated on both of those cards, as well as the Elite XC and the Adrenaline Show in Chicago. So absolutely amazing. I can't be any more satisfied with what we've done.
And your pocketbook couldn't be any more happy either, right?
No, it was awesome. It was a good weekend.
Now, you said from the beginning that you liked all 4 of those cards, and they ended up going just as you planned. I mean, tell us, I guess, specifically about some of the fights that maybe other betting agencies had picked certain people, and you went the other way and ended up coming through. Right.
Well, actually, 2 of the fighters that were on one of the parlays, the 5-fight parlay, was one particular fight was Melvin Manhoff versus Sakuraba over in Japan in Dream, and a lot of people were taking Sakuraba, saying that he would get the great kickboxer, great striker out of Holland on the ground, and I didn't think so. And you know, Sakuraba's 40 years old, and he's had some knee surgeries and injury problems, and I felt that Manhoff would take it to him on his feet in the stand-up game, and that's exactly what he did with a knockout in the first round. And the other fight that was on that parlay was Ronaldo de Souza versus Jason Miller, and Jason Miller was number 9 in the world, a top 10 185-pounder, and De Souza's relatively new to the MMA scene. You know, he's a world champ in jiu-jitsu, but he hasn't had, but I think he had 8 fights going into that fight, and Miller had about 25, and everybody thought that the experience would be a big factor in that, but I knew that once the fight hit the ground that De Souza would, you know, best jiu-jitsu guy in the world, you know, he'd be able to handle himself, and that's exactly what he did with the unanimous decision win.
So that now brings your cumulative record after those 20 wins in a row
to 120 wins, 16 losses, and 1 no contest, which is right at 89%, over a span of 137 fights. So to win 9 out of 10 fights, it's sensational. And I can't think of anybody that wouldn't like that. Now, if you can, you might have to close your eyes for a minute and just try to imagine doing it 14 consecutive times. So
that means big profits for people who are making the right picks with you, right?
Oh yeah, it was big profits Saturday, one day. Guys that followed our betting strategy did quite well.
Now, coming back towards a more familiar arena, the UFC has a card this weekend, but it's going to be a tricky one to navigate. It's going to be difficult for folks maybe who don't know what they're doing exactly.
Yes, this is a tough card. It's there's a lot of competitive fights where the fighters are matched up very evenly, and just like the last UFC card, it's the kind of card that you could get hurt if you really don't know what you're doing. So you're going to have to come to beatdownbets.com and get some help on this one. It's going to be a tough card.
Yeah, among those many competitive fights, you especially are interested in the Dustin Haslett Josh Berkman fight, right?
Yes, I think that's going to be a very close fight, very competitive. It's the classic wrestler versus the jiu-jitsu, and you know, Berkman's very athletic, and both of these guys can stand-up. Their stand-up's pretty good. I was impressed with Hazlitt in his last time out. He was stopped via TKO in the second round by
Josh
Koscheck. Yes. Actually, if you go to our website, you'll see that we had Koscheck, as a matter of fact. But there's a couple of times that Koscheck was in danger in the first round. Actually, he lost the first round on the scorecards. And, you know, he almost got caught in a triangle choke. He almost got caught in an armbar. If that first round goes 10 seconds longer, he might get subbed. So Hazlitt has very dangerous submissions, and his stand-up looked pretty nasty. His strikes were good. He's tall. He's got a lot of hand speed, and his kicks, all his strikes were top-notch. So that's going to be a good fight.
All right. But if we want to find the picks for that fight and all the other fights in the card, what do we have to do?
You need to go to the best place on earth. It's called beatdownbets.com.
We'll be there. Thanks, Red.
Thank you.